So we're group 2 and we're doing Woods In. This is our final project. So here's just a little bit about the content we're going to go over throughout this presentation. And here are the members or the group members. So what is Woods In? Woods In is an online reservation/booking system exclusive for cabin booking. So we're different from our competitor like Expedia because they offer hotels, apartment, cabin, and even flights. We're different from them because we only focus on cabin, so that's what we're exclusive for. So here's a little bit about our system layer, the flow of our website.
So this is just a brief overview of our back-end data system. So on the image on the left, you can see our relational schema where we have our tables. So we have guest, bookings, rooms, room images, confirmation, and then payment. And then the screenshot on the right is just an overview of the guest table. So we came up with two wireframes. The first one is how the users will interact with our website by selecting their dates. So for check-in and check-out, we came up with the drop-down calendar feature. And then for payments, it would be the form HTML where they would just insert their credit card payment. So the components of our website and the flow would be first about our product. They will visit our website and then kind of give a brief overview of what it's about. And then next, they will pick a date for their hotel reservation. And then they'll pick two rooms, either a single bed or a double bed. And once they select their room, they'll pay for their room and also enter their contact information. And then lastly, they will receive a confirmation number with an overview of their booking information. So we came up with some test case scenarios. And so for the first one is mostly about the booking. So users can't book on the same day. Users can't check out before checking in. Users can't book in for more than 1 year in advance, and then some of the valid booking cases.
So for the second test scenario,
No,
the goal was the user would
the
select
user
a
would
hotel and date for stay, and the user selects room. So some scenarios tested was the user can't book less than one room, they can't book more than 5 rooms, and that the user would select the room type and see all available rooms.
So the third test scenario covered credit card validation. The first one was making sure the credit card was valid. Then the second was making sure it was a valid Amex card, meaning that the first digit of the card number is 3, so the CVV should be 4 digits. Then the third made sure the credit card is not a valid Amex card. Then the card, everything about it was valid. The year was valid, but the month indicated that the card was expired. And then lastly, all information for the credit card was invalid.
So for our test 4 scenario, we focused mainly on confirmation. So for the first one, we're making sure that we have a unique confirmation number. For our second one, we're making sure that it's a 6-digit confirmation number. And for our third one, we're making sure that we don't have any duplicates within our confirmation.
So for the backend, the first step in development was creating the database. So we use PostgreSQL, and that's hosted on Supabase. We have 6 tables: the guest, rooms, bookings, confirmation, room images, and rooms table. Each table has one unique primary key, and they all have the same name structure, which it's the name of the table with ID tagged at the end. We have some foreign key connections, such as the booking table using the guest and room IDs. And then we have payment table that uses the guest and booking IDs along with the confirmation table referencing the booking ID. So our project is done in Java using the Spring Boot framework. The front end is done with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But for our back end, we used 4 dependencies initially when making the project. Then the starter validation one was added later on. The 4 initial dependencies were Spring Web, Spring Data JPA, PostgreSQL driver, and Lombok. Now, regarding the structure of the project, we have 6 packages to help keep the backend structure organized. We have entities, which maps our databases as Java classes. So all our tables are mapped in entities. We have a guest entity, payment table. There's one for every single table in our database. We have DTOs, which are data transfer objects, which are used for transferring data between packages, such as from service and controller classes. We have exceptions, which help handle errors. We have our repository layer that was responsible for interacting with the database and uses many queries. We have our service layer that handles the business logic of our application. And then we have controllers, which creates the HTTP requests and endpoints that the front end fetches to display. Focusing on the DTOs, repository, and the exceptions. The core of the project really comes down to the controller and services, but these packages still play a vital role. The DTO is what transfers data between the other packages, and it's used all over our service layers. For example, in the booking service class, we have a feature where a guest can retrieve their booking details. That's only possible through the DTO classes, which collects relevant data. Then we have our repository layer, which is another key component of the backend because they interact directly with the database. All of the repository classes use query tags, primarily in our booking and confirmation repositories, because we need to query the database to either search for available rooms, or if the guest needs to see their booking table, that's handled through a query statement where we search the confirmation table for that given confirmation number. And then during development, tons of errors are expected, and the exception package helps a lot because we can create messages, which makes error handling easier to trace and fix. And the 3 main exceptions components in our project was the global exceptions, the room unavailable, and resource not found exception packages. And for the main component of the backend is the booking process that is done through the booking classes, specifically the controller and the service layers. The controller class creates the endpoints, such as to create a booking, delete a booking, check for room availability, or fetch booking details. So say a guest wants to fill out a form after they book a room. They will input all the information that the front end asks, and then the front end will send that information back to the back end of the JSON, where the back end checks that information, and then if it's valid, it stores all that information in the database. It'll create the guest ID if assuming the guest is new. And then if a booking is successful, a confirmation number is generated. And then in our application, guests are allowed to make more than one booking. That logic is handled through the booking service layer. And then once a booking is made, as mentioned, the guest gets a confirmation number. And what they can do with that is they can cancel their booking, or they can go to our summary page and look at their booking details in case they have forgotten. They will only need that confirmation number to retrieve that detail. And when developing the backend, it started way before front-end development started. And to test a lot of the endpoints, or actually all of them, that was done through Postman. It's used extensively. Every endpoint in our project was tested on Postman multiple times. And on the screenshot on the right, it's an image of testing the summary feature where we make a get request to the endpoint that fetches the booking details, and then we input our confirmation number, and then at the bottom our output is that guest's information. And here are some additional screenshots of Postman testing. On the left, we're testing canceling a booking by using a delete request and using the cancel endpoint with the confirmation number. And then if it's successful, like in the image, you'll see a booking canceled successfully message. And then on the right, we create a post request for a booking. We use the create endpoint, and then it takes in a JSON body. And then if that information is valid, the output is a successful and returns a JSON body with the guest ID created along with the room information.
So because real credit card validation is a much lengthier process, we just kind of did the logic of a credit card. Um, all of this was done on front end, and they made sure things like the card number was 16 digits, the CVV was 3 digits, and the expiration date was formatted correctly. And if the front end deemed all of the information was valid, it would be sent to backend to be stored in the database. For future improvements, we can do things like real credit card information, and if a payment was attached, um, doing a refund would be simple since all credit card information is connected to the unique guest ID. So it would just be tracking that through the database.
Let's talk about future improvements that can enhance the platform and its functionality further. Email and phone number receipts. We aim to introduce a feature that automatically sends receipts via email and phone once a booking is completed. This ensures that customers have a digital record of their reservation details for convenience and transparency. Second, dynamic pricing. Another improvement is implementing a pricing system based on specific dates. For instance, we plan to make weekends and holidays slightly more expensive, reflecting real world demand. This feature ensures competitive pricing while also aligning with industry standards. Third and last, user login for booking management. Lastly, we envision adding a login page where users who have booked a stay can access their reservation details by signing in with a username and a password. This will enhance the user experience, offering customers the ability to manage their booking and view important information directly from their account. And at last, for the conclusion, our platform, Woods Inn, is designed to make booking a cabin simple and efficient. Users can select their preferred dates, manage their reservations, and even cancel if needed. Additionally, they can easily look up their confirmation details for peace of mind. To bring this project to life, we utilize several technologies, including HTML, Java, and Spring Boot. These tools allowed us to build a robust and scalable system, ensuring a seamless user experience. Looking ahead, we have exciting plans for future development. We aim to add more cabin options, offering users a broader selection to meet their diverse needs. Additionally, we plan to integrate an email and phone number receipt feature. This enhancement will enable user to find their receipt conveniently even if they misplace their confirmation number. With those improvements, Woods Inn will continue to evolve into a more user-friendly and functional reservation platform. Thank you for your attention, time, and support.
So we'll move on to our demo showcase. So to get to our homepage, you'll pull from our main branch in the GitHub, and then you'll land on this page. So this is our homepage. This is the first thing a guest will see. They can see the name of our inn. They can see a little paragraph of what we have to offer. Here are some images of things you can do, and then we have contact information here at the bottom and our hotel policies. And then here are our founders. So going back to the home page, if a guest wishes to make a booking, they'll come over here and hit the reserve your stay button. And they're taken to this page where you see a few things. One, you see the rooms that we offer. We offer 2. There's a 1-bedroom option and a 2-bedroom option. 1 bedroom is $150 per night. 2 bedrooms is $250 per night. And then you'll select your check-in and check-out date. So we do not offer same-day check-in. So we'll go in for the 6th, and then we'll stay here until the 10th. And then we have a drop-down. You could select between single or double. We'll choose single for now. And then you check availability. And these buttons here are basically all the rooms that are available for that check-in and check-out time that the guest provided. So we will choose room 120. And then you're taken to our payment page, which takes in guest information and payment information. So we'll make a booking here. And we do have validation for the email and phone number. When you make a phone number, it does need the dashes, and the email number or the email needs to be correctly formatted. And then for cards, our CVV only takes in 3 digits. You cannot enter more than 3. So to make the booking, you hit this confirm booking button. And then you're shown a success message with your confirmation number. So you can do 1 or 2 things with the confirmation number. So keep it in hand, and then to check if our booking was actually made, we have our database over here. We can come over here to our confirmation table. We see our number was 3D86. If we refresh the database, this is our confirmation number here. So we have successfully made a booking. We also saw the message as well. So what we can do from this point on is we can either make another booking if we want, or we can look up our booking information. So using the confirmation number that was just given to us, we hit enter, and then we see all our relevant booking information like our name, email, phone, and then our room information along with our check-in and check-out time. If we wish to cancel our booking, you hit this red cancel booking button here. You'll be given an alert asking, are you sure you want to cancel the booking? We hit OK, and booking successfully canceled. If you try to input that booking again, there's no reservations found with that confirmation number. If we go back to our database, that confirmation number is no longer there. Now back to our booking page. We do have a few validations I would like to showcase. So first, if you input your phone number incorrectly, you will be shown an error. So I don't have dashes in my phone number now. So when I hit confirm booking, I'll get an alert telling me to enter it in the correct format. So let me fix that. And for email, if I say, let's say just @.com, that shouldn't work. If I make the booking, yeah, I get another alert, unexpected token, invalid email. So that is the process of booking a hotel. We've showcased that you can make a booking, you can check your booking details, and that you can cancel your bookings. And that is all for our demonstration. I hope you enjoyed our project. Thank you for watching.